Well, hi, hello, and welcome. Since this is in a unique year as far as amusement parks with all the social distancing and COVID 19 related issues, I decided to compare and contrast and see which is the better option of the two Ohio amusement parks in Kings Island and Cedar Point. I've been to both of them. All of them have been on weekends or holidays for all of them because, I work during the week, and with my work schedule and when they're open, Kings Island opens up, it's not worth it to go during the week for me since it just wouldn't be worth it. So I've only gone on the weekends to Kings Island, and Cedar Point I went up on a Saturday, so it was of course a weekend. So those are about equal. I both being owned by the same company, they have a lot of similarities as far as their policies. I mean, they both require masks. They did both require reservations, even though that has stopped now, largely because I think the crowds have not been what they were hoping for their parent company. Cedar Fair was, I'm sure they have a number in mind of what they want it, and I have a hunch it has not met that number, which is why they've stopped doing the reservations. Having said that, the Saturday I was up at Cedar Point, it was very, very busy. It just was incredibly busy. I had long waits. I mean, I've had long waits at Kings Island, but everything was a long wait when I was at Cedar Point. And I got more out of going to Kings Island each time I've gone to it, other than one day when there was a major electrical issue and everything was shut down. As far as their policies, I mean, they're largely exactly the same for COVID 19. It's temperature checks, it's wearing masks, it's social distancing. They both did a pretty good job of enforcing it. It's just there were some people who, at Cedar Point, I noticed this more, who were completely oblivious to all of the social distancing policies. Like, at one point I was in line, and the group behind me, every time we move up, would move up right behind me, even though we weren't in the same party, and they kept on doing that, which sort of annoyed me because that sort of goes against the whole 6 foot social distancing, but it is what it is. I mean, at both places I've seen them tell people to wear masks the right way, so like over their nose. That's as well at Cedar Point. I occasionally saw people walk through the line to make sure people were wearing the mask right, which I did not see that. I have not seen that at Kings Island, but Kings Island they would also make a lot more announcements in line saying, "Hey, please cover your mask," or "Please cover your face with masks and be observant of social distancing." The operations for as far as social distancing in the rides, I thought they both had similar policies on the rides as far as fewer people on each train, with the exception of Gatekeeper at Cedar Point, because Gatekeeper, the people are 6 feet away as it is, so they were able to run that ride at full capacity, which is one of the reasons why that line moves faster than all the other lines I rode on up at Cedar Point. But the operations of the rides, Kings Island seemed to be able to clean the rides a lot quicker and get more people on them per hour than Cedar Point did. That's one of the reasons why the lines were so long. It's also Cedar Point had a lot of rides closed down, and my understanding is that's because it's a employment issue. They don't have enough people able and willing to work there, which is probably partly because Sandusky is not a super large city. I mean, Cleveland and Toledo are near Sandusky, but it's not. It's like a 40-mile drive, and Kings Island has Cincinnati, which the metro area of Cincinnati is a lot better than the metro area of Cedar Point. Not of Cedar Point. Cedar Point's not a metro area; it's on its own city, but of Sandusky. And also, Dayton's not all that far away from Kings Island, so there's a lot more people that could work at Kings Island. I think that's why they've been able to have all the rides opening, and that's one of the reasons why Cedar Point, I think, had longer lines, is because all the rides are closed. Would I pay money for either of them? Well, I have a pass, so I don't really have to worry about paying money for Kings Island. I did pay money for Cedar Point, and I'm not going to say I regret paying it, but I think if I would do it again, I would say I'll wait until next year, since hopefully all the COVID-19 social distancing stuff will be a thing of the past in 2021. But we'll see about that. At one point, I did think about upgrading a Platinum Pass for my Kings Island Pass. I decided against that, partly because I decided if I'm going to have any other overnight trips in amusement park this year or next year, I'd rather it be Disney, which we already have a not booked, but we are planning on going on one late next year, which again, fingers crossed about COVID-19 being done by then. But we talked about for years going down there with my whole extended family at the end of 2021. But I'd rather do Disney or maybe go down to Universal Orlando, although not right now with how things are in Florida, of course. But I would rather, if I was just buying a one-day pass, I'd much rather buy a one-day pass for Kings Island than Cedar Point at this point. And as always, if you like these videos, give us a big thumbs up, and that helps us out more than you might know, as well as hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. And until next time, I'll see you later.